Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 30th, and it appears as if the stock market had bet on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are in a sell down, man, and we are right at a major spot right here. Spreads, I got your spreads in the email. And again, I would strongly recommend to be active over in the spread room chat should you decide to be taking any of the zero DTEs. I've got a couple of good ideas out there, and one in particular on the downside, which is slightly aggressive, but I think it'll pay off quite well today for a risk trade. So quickly, I'm going to bring you here. And here are the S&P futures. As of right now, we are down 1%. We have already accomplished down 1%. Right back at that 40.42, which you can see was your resistance during the course of last week. Big pivot right here. That minus 1% would match up with the SPX being right around that 40.2985. So I would not, considering that there is no schedule today. Excuse me, Germany's GDP came in much lower than expected. This is a pretty much fire starter for continuation of what was already taking place prior to that as we opened up and we had that sell off, which was an indicator there on Friday. We're at 40.42. Over here on the QQQ, as you can see, we are currently right below the 200-day moving average as we have fallen 291, 298, down 7 points. So down, call it greater than 2% from that high that was posted there on Friday. Come over here onto the VIX, and the VIX, big move after hitting that 1811 again on Friday. But unfortunately, it's created a gap. And unfortunately, those gaps need to be respected. And although you can't go and justify it and say, oh, that gap's going to fill, no worries, VIX is going to go down, the market's going to go back up, we've just got to respect that there is a gap there. Over on the SPX, tracking very short term, a 50 retracement from that drop, from that move from last week, would take you right to 42.2164. Now, again, going back to our calculations where we're at, 40.2985 would be 1% down, and where we are over here on the ES is we are down 1%. So call it a completed dip, call it a wave A, as there's no structure to this for the downside, but very good possibility that we are not going to see below 4,000 today, and we'll see what all of those big names give us tomorrow, because where this is coming from is mostly coming out of here, over here on the YM, over here on the futures for the Dow. As you can see, same area where you had your resistance where the ES is at 40.42. You're down here. You've already broken through that over here on the YM. Put it together real quick. ES. Boom. See, we're right back at that resistance area right here. A little bit over here overlapped. Come over onto the YM, and again, same thing. You've just broken down below that. You're just coming back to that 50-day moving average. It's nothing to sit there and say this is an amazing opportunity to make any kind of trade, but it is definitely going to be a day for the spreads where I think those risk spreads that are out there and using that 50 retracement level, a little bit more data, I think we're going to have a very good opportunity to get a good risk trade in today, easily be able to make some money on that. Have a fantastic morning. I'll see you in the chat room.